It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cowboys and the reigning AFC champs. Next on EA Sports.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First down, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Looking to throw, Prescott. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round.
And this is caught. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out. Good short hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Now it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Patrick Queen in there to drop him for a loss on the play. A give to Elliott running left. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A first down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
That's complete right around the 8. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Prescott yet again. And that's Elliott, complete. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Travis Fulgham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 4. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right?
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That one complete to Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Prescott able to hit his target Lamb. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in here by Fulgham. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from, so field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air, maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Well, we may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of, and now they can move forward.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati. So now trying to make amends. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The corner blitz pays off. There is a second for a loss of 5.
My, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing the corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well. And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On third down, it's Prescott. This left side caught by Fulgham. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Back now in Baltimore. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Running with Elliott.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. 20! And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Prescott to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Ravens ready to take over.
We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
Back in Week 4, the Bengals dominated their first matchup against the Ravens. Can Baltimore get revenge? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers for Mixon last week, 15 carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5. The situation changes a bit now. First and goal from back at the 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Tucker with the extra point.
And it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Gronkowski.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Slant pass to Boyd.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. Touchdown! C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. The 20, 10, 5. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
McPherson now for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins. And all the way up to the 45-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They go play action with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the 2nd half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Dobbins, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. This is intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off play action. Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They hand this one to Gronk. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mixon again. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 4 yards remain for second down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. These 2 teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year where the Bengals come out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To the air again, Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
That's it, baby.
Back now in Baltimore. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
2nd and 8 coming up. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 7. 2:11 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk. Complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Here's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really